Welcome to this session on the series on innovative teaching methods. We've talked about in earlier sessions of what is innovative teaching, what are the essential conditions for creating innovative teaching, and the two more ones that we want to cover are the benefits and how we will evaluate. In this session, we are going to focus on what are the benefits of innovative teaching. It's a natural question. Why should we change our teaching methods? We've been teaching for almost centuries following a certain method. We've seen people develop reasonably well out of these things. So, why should we want to do innovative teaching at all? And the answer to that is that as we move on from an interest in just teaching to the few to teaching everybody, it becomes important that everybody participates. And everybody will participate only when the thing is interesting to larger number of students, and of course there is some variety and novelty, which is what we mean by innovation. So some of the benefits that accrue out of innovative teaching is that first we are able to develop globally competitive learners. Education has moved away from being something which is entirely local needs and regional focus driven to something where we have to respond to global opportunities and global challenges. The best jobs, the best business opportunities, the best opportunities for contributing to economic development are all in a global context today. The other thing is that we are moving away from one-time education, which is at the formal stage of school, college and university, to lifelong learning. And lifelong learning is inculcated in those people who have had an interesting exposure at the school stage. And more importantly, the motivation to learn is maintained. In a traditional educational experience, people don't want that educational experience once it is no longer mandatory. And now, if we create through innovative methods a motivation to learn, then of course there is a greater and lifelong interest in learning. And finally, the quality of learning that happens is very important. Traditional education leads to what you might call shallow learning or surface learning, learning for the purpose of passing the exam or for the specific occasion. Whereas deeper learning is learning which occurs when you've really understood the subject, when you're really interested in the subject, when you are engaged with the subject. And therefore, one of the key benefits that we see as associated with innovative teaching methods is a transition to deeper learning from surface learning. So, what are the attributes of surface or shallow learning? Some of the attributes are you avoid learning, you become a procrastinator, try to postpone things, don't do them in time, you're distracted easily, anything else comes up, you're more interested in that than in the learning, you give up very quickly, because the moment you find some significant difficulty, you give it up. And of course, you are more approval seeking, you accept, and your answers are erratic, not necessarily consistent. In a deep learning situation where a person has actually got interested in learning and acquired this to a deeper level, there is a questioning mindset. So lots of questions are asked. He's continuously challenging himself as well as the teachers. He's reflecting upon the learning, extending the learning to various situations, contemplating, transferring, and above all, it achieves mastery learning. And this is where one expects that the benefits of innovative methods of teaching will be, of course, very, very long term and significant. It creates a new class of school leavers, so they are no longer rote learners but thinkers, they are not just followers but leaders, not just individualistic trying to get marks but successful team players, not only spreading others' ideas but generating ideas of their own and thus preparing for real life challenges. However, having said that, from management perspectives, I want you to be aware of the fact that not all managements actually encourage innovative teaching. Very often, administration thinks that innovative teachers are distractors. Innovative teachers are considered disruptive. Sometimes innovative teachers are considered seeking cheap popularity with students because students enjoy learning that way. The more rigid traditional teachers think of themselves as the real authoritarian, difficult kind of teachers. In fact, in a very well-known case of a university, a professor who had created a kind of a thing called the course concepts game, he was actually reprimanded and chided by the dean, and he was told that according to the rules of the university, games could not form a part of the examination process. So there you have, innovation is good, innovation is relevant, innovation provides for better teaching, but still a lot of traditional management actually despises innovation and discourages it.